Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So, in today's video we're talking about water. In fact, we're talking about the water preparedness. Since the government brought up the guidance website, and I've done a couple of videos on the food and the other equipment, a few of you emailed and asked for me to do a video on water. Not surprising guys, after the guidance came out, for some reason that people been sort of a little bit more panicky in terms of water and had so many more questions about how can you store water and what's sort of okay, what is not okay. I do understand that, especially because we had quite a few cases in UK with the contaminated water with bacteria, and it's also been happening in Europe as well. So I kind of understand that having the put two and two things together, people sort of become a little bit on edge and a little bit more panicky. And in some cases, some of you emailed said that yes, the water levels in your supermarkets have been quite low. Again, totally understandable because the people obviously had a little bit of panicky feeling. However, the whole idea, guys, is a preppers. We want to avoid that panicky feeling. We don't want to run to the supermarket last minute to stock ourselves on water because something happened, because chances are you'll be too late. So guys, on the government preparedness website, there's a suggestion for you to have water, and it says that 2.5 litres per person per day. And if you want to use their water for the hygiene, cleanliness and cooking food, when the water is off, not if, there's my point which I already mentioned, then ideally you should have yourself 10 litres per person per day. They recommended 3 days, as we know, and as we discussed this with even food guys. 3 days of water is not particularly enough, guys. For any emergency, you know, water is life and we need to have water. So for example, if you do want to have yourself 10 litres per day, okay, and if it's 2 of you in the family, you will need 140 litres of water just for the week. And that's not including any children, any pets or any plants. At the same time, you got to remember as well, guys, with water, if you have a contaminated water source and they say it's boil only, you have to then have an ability to obviously boil the water, and you'll need that as well, guys, to wash your fruits and vegetables. In that instance, anyway, I wouldn't want to trust even the boiling water. To be fair, I have a little bit of OCD, so I still much rather rely on my stored water, but the options are there, and that's what's suggested that we did. So my point is, guys, when you do decide to stock up on water, guys, do bear that in mind, and I would suggest that you do stock at least 10 litres per water per day, per person, and at least to try to have at least a week. I appreciate 140 litres sounds like a lot, but you got to find an ability or places to kind of hide the water. Just to give you an example, okay, so the water bottle here, this is a 5 litre big bottles that apparently you guys are struggling to find. They're super comfortable. You can find them, not comfortable, but kind of great. You just lift it, 5 litres in one bottle. They are ranging anywhere from £1 to £1.40, okay? This is a comparison. This is a 6 litre in half-a litre bottles. And you can see automatically I can stack up 2 of those higher, and I kind of take, not say less space, but a little bit more, you're able to kind of shove this in sort of in the wardrobe, bottom of the wardrobe or somewhere in the cupboard. It just kind of stocks up better. So kind of do bear that in mind. When we're talking about where storing water, it is an absolute nightmare because obviously, guys, they are bulky, and especially if we want to stock like 140 litres of water. I have 2 options of storing water for myself. As I mentioned, guys, before, I have in the bathrooms by the toilets, I have one of the laundry detergent pots basically with the water. It's not the water for drinking, but it's the water to be able to flush the toilet if there's no water and I don't want to go outside and harvest it from the water butt. So I have them there, and this is the water you would not ever consume because they're not stored in the water in the food grade containers. And then, like I said to you guys as well, in many places I do have water literally stocked up everywhere. I'm trying to hide, not literally hide, but I'm trying to put water everywhere, where there's guys behind the doors, under the bath, in the bath, which I'll come to that in a minute, under your plinths, okay, under your bed, and I was in my wardrobe in the packs like that, okay? Anywhere you can possibly find space, then try and find it. And again, many people say you don't have space. Do you know what? The amount of sheer crap that people have in certain shelves of the wardrobes or in the under the stairs cupboard, trying to reconsider, have a look, maybe tidy this up, and you'd be surprised how much crap you can get rid of to make sure that you be able to stock, whether it's water or your tins. So anyway, we'll come back to the water storage a little bit later on. So let's talk about the water purification. Again, there is tons and tons of things guys, on the market, filters, many things, but again, everything kind of costs money, and it all depends what you're kind of trying to prepare for. But you know, things, for example, there's things like those water purification, like a life straw. That's something you can drink water from the stream. Again, I don't think we're kind of it's a handy thing to have, but I'm not intending to, for a short period of time, week or two, I'm not intending to go and find a stream and drink from that. Again, I want to be able to deal with the stuff that I have at home. So as per water purification thing, the most simpler things, guys, you have, if you just wanted to just get yourself, is the water purification tablets. They're very inexpensive. There's different brands, there's different strength, and it'll tell you on the tablets how much tablets you need per amount of liters of water to purify that. They do have the expiration dates purely because they contain pretty much like a chlorine, but generally the date on those is pretty long. This one here I have, and I had these tablets for a really long time. They've got mid-2027, so I still got a couple of years to go. I don't believe they'll become totally useless, they'll just become less effective. However, I still strongly suggest having some, and make sure obviously you do keep an eye on the dates. The next, I think, probably most convenient thing for majority of the people is having your water filtration system. Again, some filters there, guys, are absolutely ridiculously priced. So we've built ourselves a 20-liter gravity water system. They have a raw Berkey charcoal candle filters. Okay, so this is a 20 liters, and 20 liters, I try to keep this as full as possible at any time. Okay, it filters up to like 99.9% of bacteria and stuff like that, which is really good. And the beauty of that, guys, that you can build this for approximately £60. The most expensive thing will be your filters, but at the same time, guys, you get to choose what filters you want to use. I'll put the link up there for the video how to make it. It is very straightforward. It is not particularly the prettiest thing, absolutely not, but unlike all the commercial Berkeys, raw Berkeys, and whatever other Berkey, they're all the same. They're all small. They're approximately like a 7 or 10 liters. So here we have double the amount of commercially available filter, and it's not costing me hundreds and hundreds of pounds. At the moment, as it stands, guys, the filters approximately purify 6,000 liters per filter. However, guys, again, that's based on the kind of the clean water we get from the tap, and not sort of the manky stuff you get from the puddle. But again, I'm not intending to at the moment to use that for that, because hopefully we're never going to come to this kind of situation. However, in SHTF situation, they'll come really handy, but of course there'll be prior and a post filtering thing after putting through that filter system. There are many guys, other little, you can buy the Brita filters. We know there's plenty of them on the market, though they are normally kind of designed for a very easy, just to take your chlorine and fluoride out of the tap. This is really what they're designed for. So if you're truly thinking as of having something, I would strongly suggest investing into a proper filters and build yourself or buy yourself a proper system. Don't forget, you can buy a smaller bucket and you can make yourself a smaller system, and you can even make it look even much more prettier than that. This is just a very basic. So next thing, guys, in a non-particular order, but again, you're able to, if you wanted to, you can purify water by distilling that. Again, they require a lot of heating resources. So obviously on the outside, you either have to have a fire or have to have a gas, and it does take a very long time. However, you pretty much guarantee that's going to give you one of the purest waters about. Again, it's not something that everybody would have, or I suggest you have, but the options are there. It all depends how far you want to prepare in terms of the water and water purification preparedness, basically. So next thing, but this is the last thing, guys, it's bleach. You can purify water with bleach and like a pool shock we have for hot tub, because they all contain specific chemical that obviously that what disinfects the water. You got to be really careful with the bleach, okay, because apparently it has a different contents of bleach, and when you use it to purify your water, it works in a similar way as having your tablets. You have to add on a few drops of bleach to the liter of water or to the gallon of water. Wait half an hour, and then I still suggest you still boil the water. I'm not suggesting, guys, for anybody to ever really use that unless you're in an absolute desperate situation, but do your own research and have a look at the amount of drops you need, okay? Because as I said, it all depends on the percentage of the active ingredient, and unfortunately not all of the bleaches actually do mention the ingredient or the amount of, so it's kind of very difficult to decide. So you could really come to cropper if you to use it, and then if you not use it enough, obviously the water won't be kind of pure enough, clean enough, and if you use too much, it could cause adverse effects on your health. So that's that, guys, in terms of purification. Again, you just have to make your own choices. Of course, the best as a prepper suggestible, you do have or prepare for or have ability to do this in all of those ways, just in case. But again, the choice is, guys, up to you, and I'm sure the space dictates a lot of things for everybody as well. So the last thing, guys, we're talking about the water storage. And again, there's a huge amount of information where people kind of fear-mongering people. They're saying storing water in plastic bottles, it doesn't last very long, and the bottles leak, and little things happen in the plastic, microplastics leach in your water, and so on and so on. Well, microplastics been in the water, and many other things we've been eating for absolutely donkeys, so I really wouldn't worry about that. And when we're talking about the, a pretty tough scenario with the lack of water, trust me, the microplastic in your water is going to be the last thing you're going to be worrying about. But for example, guys, okay, this is the water I bought, I think, approximately a week ago. The date on that water is May 27. So it pretty much has 3 years shelf life without me doing anything to it. I like to write my dates on the water. There is dates already on the bottles, but the trouble is you can't really get to see this in a slightly darker place. The idea is, guys, that you keep the water in a cool, dark place. If you have a sunlight hitting the bottles, it will start growing things, growing algae and that kind of thing, and we just don't want it. It will take time, but guys, it will make your water unsafe, then you have to then do something with. But as by itself, guys, with a 3-year shelf life, it just tells you that you can just bravely go and buy some bottles, okay, put them in a cool, dark place, and they'll be fine to drink 3 years, and you're still being fine to drink, guys, a couple of years past that. All it might do, it might just become a little bit more stale. But again, guys, if we're talking about if you don't rotate it and we're coming to the position where we have no water, you will then either put this through the filter or put the tablet in or boil this, and you'll be able to obviously rescue that. The same thing, guys, comes with the little plastic bottles as well. They do have between 2 to 3 years shelf life. The carbonated water, of course, has a little bit less time, but they do. And those ones are so easily to be just stuck them up any way you want. Again, providing you keep them in a cool, dark place, they're fine. Don't put them on like a concrete floor in the garage and end up moving them, guys, because that's what potentially will create your bottles like a micro holes and end up leaking over the time. But generally, those bottles are designed to hold water for a few years, so you don't have to worry about your water just leaking out of the bottles. The only way it would ever do that if you either pierce the bottle or if you go through extreme temperatures and the water freezes, yes, then of course you have issue, you have leakage. But if you're going to be keeping this, I would assume, somewhere inside in a cool place, without drastic water temperature fluctuations, you should be absolutely fine. If you didn't want to buy the bottled water, guys, if you do buy yourself, say, I don't know, occasional bottle of pop or something, I don't know. Obviously, you can rinse and reuse the bottles, but you do have to really kind of make sure that you do disinfect it properly, because any residue will cause an issue. Under no circumstances you will use anything that had like chemicals in there, washing, anything like that. No, it has to be food grade, something that had food in it. But to be fair, guys, the bottled water is very cheap. And if you rotate this, you can reuse that, so you haven't really wasted your money. Like my, how I do my rotation with the big bottles, okay, because on a daily basis we use the little bottles to drink from, plus obviously the filter. When I use the bottle, whether it's for my brewing or for whatever else there, I automatically refill this bottle and then I write tap on the top. So when I put the bottle back, I'm just know, okay, what I have, whether it's the pure water or it is a tap water. So when something happens, I know exactly which water to use for what purpose. So next thing, again, you can, guys, buy things like this. There is loads and loads of the different ones on the market. This one was is actually a 10-liter one. We do take those camping. The idea is you've got your lid on the top and you have a tap, and they're really good as well. I've got, not on this one, but I write a date when I put the water in there, because just time just flies anyway. And I know the little ones I rotate much quicker than I'll do the big ones, so it's handy to know. Again, if you put this in a dark place, guys, your water will be absolutely fine for a good few years. And as I said, guys, there are loads and loads of different containers. You can buy the massive ones, you can buy the indoor water buds, you can buy anything you can possibly want, but unfortunately it will cost quite a lot of money. And that's where I find that buying the bottles, you can do a little bit at a time, okay, and you'll just build up your water preparedness in advance. So the next thing as well I wanted to bring to your attention, I've mentioned I bought one of those. It's the, it says H2O bag, but this is basically a bag that you fill with water in your a wheelbarrow, and then you go and water your big trees or water your animals where you don't have an access to hose. So 80 liters, that's pretty damn good. So my idea with that, guys, okay, on the top of my stash of water in every random corner and under random places, I'm gonna fill one of those up and I'm gonna have this in my bath, because we don't use the bath, we've got showers, so to me it's kind of a wasted space. So in the emergency situation, guys, I'll have 80 liters extra of water that could be either then be boiled or used for personal hygiene. They're very inexpensive. I paid, I think, about £10 delivered from Amazon, and I thought that's pretty good value for money. Yes, guys, you can buy a few of those as well for similar kind of money, but I like the idea that it's opaque, so it's a bit darker, and I can just easily lay it in the bath without any issues. So that's that, guys. This really kind of covers it all. It is really not that scary, and just please just don't worry when you read somewhere people say you shouldn't be storing this, you know, little bottles of water or the bigger bottles of water by themselves. You need to buy, you know, 50-60 pound containers to pour the water in. You can stack it up. Honestly, if you can't afford to, then just buy the water. It is so damn cheap at the moment. You know, at the moment Tesco is doing 12 bottles of a Bracken, well, it's here anyway, for like £2. It's reduced, it's £1.20 off. But you can have a look at the Home Bargains. They do a 6-pack for like £1. It is very cheap, bearing in mind that you already have a containers to store it in. So please just don't worry that you don't have specific containers. Don't worry if you have no space or ability or desire to build the filters or anything like that. Just to make sure, find yourself a space in the corner and just get yourself some bottles of water, and they'll sit there absolutely fine for a few years, providing, guys, that it is a cool and a dark place. If you don't have a really dark room, put like a, not say tarpaulin, but put a tablecloth, put something on it just to stop the light coming in and degrading the quality of your water. So this is, guys, my advice to you according to the, well, not according, but based on the preparedness website. Stock the water, but stock more than 10 liters, guys, okay? And again, if you do have any questions, of course, please email me like you do, or please comment down below. Otherwise, guys, please watch out for the video we're going to be making, and we're going to be comparing all the water with my test things when they arrive. I'll be doing literally the IBC tank, the rainwater, my filtered water, my tap water, and my stored water that's been sitting there for a little while, and we'll see what happens. So if you want to see that video, don't forget, guys, please thumbs up, obviously subscribe if you haven't, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye bye.